Hi, caregivers and aging adults. We're going to talk about why using logic and emotion results in better caregiving situations. Stay with me for the caregiving chat. I'm Pamela Wilson. I help aging adults and caregivers solve caregiving problems. And the subject came up today in a chat that I was having with a male caregiver about the stresses of caregiving. And the male caregiver responded kind of with the point of, we just all have to grin and bear it. We have to get through it. We have to just make it work. And my response was, I get that, but that doesn't mean it's not difficult. Here are a couple of situations to kind of share the point of using logic and emotion and the benefits. I was a care manager for a son who was very busy, and I helped his mother with a lot of things, and she appreciated the help very much. But one of her concerns was that she wanted son time, and to her, son time meant going out to dinner with her son versus her son running around and bringing groceries and doing all of these other types of things. What many male caregivers tend to rely on is they want to manage situations. They want to complete the tasks to make things better. And sometimes they forget about the emotional aspect of what mom might want, or the emotional aspect of a wife. Another friend of mine lost his wife about 3 years ago to cancer, and he still talks about her. He still misses her. And one of the things that he will talk about repeatedly is that when she was near end of life, he would bring up the point to her that, we need to go to hospice, we need to do this. And she would keep telling him, oh, I'm not ready to go yet, I'm not dying yet. And she did pass away, and he was angry because he felt that his wife lied to him about the fact that she knew that she was dying, but she was not going to tell him. And I said to him, she didn't want you to put her in hospice. She wanted to stay home. She wanted to be with you. She wanted you to be with her. And she was afraid that if she told you, yes, I'm dying, that you would have taken her out of the house, put her somewhere, and she would have died alone. So there is kind of the male logic and the female emotion, and why bringing both of those together in caregiving situations are better. Another situation, a gentleman was caregiving for his mom, and dad passed away. And it got to the point where mom needed to either have help come into the home or move to a care community. And he lost patience with the situation and just moved her into a nursing home, which in the end turned out not to be the best decision, but for him it was the easiest decision, rather than trying to work with mom through the emotions of the situation of losing her husband and having to leave the home and all of that. And unfortunately, she died within a very short period of time. This is why it's important to find balance in caregiving situations between men and women. So if you're a son and there's no woman around to help you care for your mom, find a friend, find somebody to talk to, and try to set the logic aside and go to the emotional side and figure out what your mom wants, why she's acting the way she is, why she's upset. Women, I recommend the same thing, because sometimes women are just way too emotional in caregiving, and we know that. Put your emotion aside and talk to your husband or a male and just ask, am I being too emotional about this? What am I logically not seeing? Because caregiving is not black and white. It's not only logic, it's not only emotional. Caregiving is better when we bring male and female caregivers together to take care of our loved ones. The chat that I had today with a gentleman, and this is kind of a crazy thing, but he mentioned the word buttercup, and that totally led me to the humor in caregiving. I don't know how many of you remember seeing the movie Something About Mary, and there was a song in there, and you probably heard it. It's called Buttercup. Why don't you fill me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down. Anyway, I am not a singer, but anyway, if you're looking for some humor and caregiving tonight, Google the song Buttercup and watch it. It may just make you laugh about any crazy situation that you had today and make your evening just a little better. I'm Pamela Wilson. I help caregivers and aging adults solve caregiving problems. I will see you tomorrow in another video. Have a great evening.